He's good.
Pulley a reef.
Yeah, he's good. He's good. Oh wow.
Yeah, he's facing Dean the Great.
Wow.
Yeah, he's facing Dean the Great this Saturday.
Dean the Great will win though. He's got more grit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you're just seeing Pulley Areefas in the ring. Like, what do you think of his skills? What did you just see?
I was like, what the who the hell is that? He looked good.
Yeah.
But I know Dean's got this. But that was very surprising because I haven't seen him on pads or any training. So that was the first impression I have of him. From the first look, he looked good. Fundamentals are there. He's hitting hard. But come on, man. Dean's got this.
Well, I mean, look.
That's why I think that's going to be a good fight. After seeing that, that's going to be a very good fight.
Yeah, no, because I was speaking to both of them, and Dean's saying it's not going to be close. Pulley said that obviously it's his first experience, so he's going to get in there and work on the stuff. Yeah, Daly in the building. So I mean, from our chat, like, I didn't know asking you a top 5 would go so far.
Bro, neither did I, because I gave it a top 5.
It played my mind the entire week.
Yeah. I gave it a top 5 in the heat of the moment. I wasn't even thinking.
Oh, sure.
But I think now that I changed it to Beetlejuice being third, I think that's more accurate now.
Yeah, no, because when I saw it, I was thinking like, oh my gosh, what have I opened Pandora's box or something? Because literally, it was just like in this question, I was asking like everyone else their top 5s, and it just went so far. So like, I mean, even KSI had replied to you and stuff like that. So I was thinking, oh my gosh.
Yeah, I wasn't really thinking. I was just thinking of good fighters, man. Sensei's a good fighter, but when you do pound for pound, it doesn't really matter, man. Just fucking fight, man. Do you know what I mean? I don't know how to rank it. Everyone has different ways of ranking that pound for pound list. So
was it just to clear up then? Was it just based on skill and ability more so?
Based on skill and ability, it wasn't really based on activity, opponents, all that shit.
Yeah.
Because I think Sensei with a proper if he's active with a proper camp continuously, I think he'll be dangerous.
Yeah.
Just because. He got beat by KSI in his spar, he got beat by me. You got to remember, he was injured in that KSI spar. And I think he only had 6 spars to face me. And, luckily we got the decision. I beat him with just the jab. But if we have a rematch, I'll make sure that doesn't happen again.
Well, there are no controversies on that one. I mean, obviously, we've just seen you in the ring. I saw your training for a couple of weeks ago. Both of you seem ready. Even Daly just told me now, you're focused. So as time goes on and get into Saturday, how more prepared are you to be like, okay, cool, against Rak-Su? Because you guys said you don't overlook him. So how more prepared in your mind mentally now that it's going to be like a really good fight for you both?
Wait, after seeing his training there, or?
Seeing his training here and in general.
I didn't get to see his training there. It finished so quick. I went to change, I came out and he was done. Maybe he's only got one look, that's why it was so quick. But with me, I showed a lot. I showed some sharp jabs, showed some combinations. Because that's not the only thing I got in my locker, so I'm confident to show whatever. Yeah. It's not going to matter in the fight, man.
Well, I mean, of course, this Saturday, it's going to be a really good fight between you two. We talked about, Jay Swingler's here at the moment. Have you had a chance to talk to him?
Yeah, I just spoke to him. I said hi. He's looking sharp in his training videos. I'm about to see him work out, actually, because he's main event, right?
Yes.
So we're going to see him last after this one. So I'm curious to see how he's looking. Yeah. Obviously, it's one thing to see it on video, but it's another thing to see it in person. I want to see how he's looking in person.
Did you get a chance to see the Tommy Fury-Jake Paul fight? Because we were talking about it. And Daly did say in his stories, it's like, he better be careful what he says and who won. Because if you're seeing this a draw, he won't train you anymore. But how do you honestly think of how that fight went?
Nah. Tommy Fury, the better fighter, won that night. And honestly, after that knockdown, I honestly thought they were going to rig it for a draw.
Yeah, because of the knockdown.
Yeah, because of the knockdown. And towards the end of the rounds, it got a bit scrappy as well. Tommy wasn't as sharp as he was in the first few rounds. So I was like, I don't know, the knockdown might have changed a few things. They might rig it for a draw. Even though Tommy clearly won, they might rig it for a draw because of that, for more money. But the right man won that night.
Yeah. And obviously, you were talking about if you were to face either Jake Paul or Tommy Fury. Now that you've seen the fight, does it change your mind in terms of who you would want to step up against in terms of the two, or has that not changed since then?
Yeah, I'd beat Jake Paul, man. Yeah. I'd beat Jake Paul. But Tommy, people understand, you can't, no matter how much money you have, you can't buy his skill set. Tommy's been doing it since he's a kid. So he's going to have a lot of things under his locker. I don't think YouTubers should step in there with young, hungry, professional boxing fighters that have been doing it their whole life. We just get embarrassed, just like Jake Paul did. But with Jake Paul now, bro, I can beat him. I saw so many flaws in his game. What the fuck? He's been boxing longer than me. Yeah. And his fundamentals was all over the place. He was throwing a jab from down there. He wasn't looking when he was jabbing. Yeah. He was bring yourself in. Sorry. He was going in like this. It was a mess, bro. But then again, It did say he was sick twice. I don't know, man. But from that fight,
Yeah.
I think I can beat Jake Paul.
So at that current fight,
Yeah.
you think you can easily beat Jake Paul on that?
I can beat Jake Paul, yeah.
All right. Well, looking forward to your fight with Ashley Rak-Su. As I say, we've seen the journey, we've seen everything that's gone on between you two, and I just wish you nothing but the best in terms of this Saturday, bro, for both of you.
Sick, man. Thank you.
Thank you so much, man. As always, a pleasure, brother.
You too.
Yeah, man.